you have to have respect for both parties.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in any partnership, I've known this just from sports. If you don't respect the quarterback and the running back, you're not getting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Or the tension between you and the quarterback is always going to show up in a fumble. Somebody messes up the play. Somebody did something wrong. So having the respect for both sides. How does someone develop that respect? Not just saying they're okay with it, but the respect to be like, hey, that person thinks this way.
Yeah.
And it's good that they think that way because I don't think that way. Vice versa. How does someone build that respect for that?
I think you brought up a great point, which is if you have there's too many entrepreneurs who have never led anything in their lives, and I think that's the issue.
That's an episode.
And I know I'm being very broad with that, but they're a solopreneur by necessity, not necessarily right because they want to be. Because they don't have the relationship skills. They don't have the understanding of someone else's perspective when it comes to working and building something. Right? If you've ever built something, if you've built a house, you understand, right? You're the carpenter? Great. This looks nice, but you can't do this. You can't sell a house with no roof.
No.
Right? You can't sell a house with no plumbing.
No.
So you understand all the pieces make sense. And to your football analogy, right? Why do you think the quarterbacks buy the linemen Rolexes? Right? Because they do the dirty work. And you understand it. But see, for me, from a sports analogy, I've been the guy who would rebound and set picks. And then I've been the guy who's been the star player. So I understand why both work. Right? Because I can't get open if you don't set the pick.
Yeah.
Right? I can't. If my point guard doesn't orchestrate the offense, I might have made the bucket. But if he doesn't get the defense to shift, so my thing is that when you see, I've won championships, right? High school, college. Like I've been a part of teams, right, and project management, and have developed and grown stuff. So this is what I'm saying is that you have to take the skills that you learned on someone else's time and use it at your job. But the problem is, right, you jumped into entrepreneurship, but last job you had, you was washing dishes. Last job you had, you was serving tables. And I'm not mad at that job, it's just you asking yourself, I'm going to go from the mailroom and then try to be a CEO and president.
Brutal.
But not learning the steps, right, that it takes. When you start off, and that's what I said, when you build it up, and I gotta be secretary right now. I gotta be the admin. I gotta run out here and get myself some coffee.
Yeah.
I gotta run out here and right, you have to do everything that you need to do for your business. When I first started the trucking, I gotta figure out the license plate. I gotta run back and forth to the DMV. I gotta interview my drivers. I gotta make sure I'm talking with the mechanic. I'm doing it all. And then I knew and then I built systems around it. And the only way you get around that, though, is that if you start off with a vision of what you want and you have the capital to not build but buy.